He knows who I'm talking about. All right, quiet on the set, getting ready to go live and do this thing.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Thirsty Thursday here on Thursday, the 19th of October, 2017. We are a week out from release 47, and we got some news for you.
No
but before
news
we get to that,
whatsoever. I don't know what you're
how's
talking about.
everybody doing today? Welcome to today's show. Thanks for joining us. Don't everybody in the room say hello at once. Jeez,
Hello, everybody.
That's right. Led Zepp is back, stinking up the set with his sheep.
Hi,
I see your
Clipsy.
sheep is in proper
Hi, Mom.
pose,
Hi,
too.
Spec.
Yes, hi, ladies. We got Eclipse,
Ladies.
Spec,
Eclipse.
Mom.
Hi, Gix. Hi,
What?
List.
International Females on Set Day.
Oh, yeah. Is that a thing? I tell you what, that should be,
Just made it a thing.
It is a thing.
should be an everyday thing.
Yep.
I tell you. So, breaking news out there.
Yes.
Big announcement yesterday.
List loved my post on Facebook where I posted some lyrics from a little band from England by the name of Bolt Thrower.
Bolt thrower?
Yeah, you don't know Bolt Thrower?
No,
How do you not know
I don't-
Bolt Thrower?
because I don't listen to anything that's been made in the last 15 years or so.
Well, considering they came out in the late 80s and
Yeah.
their bass player Joe Bench, I mean, she's a phenom.
So, what's the name of this band?
Bolt
Bolt Thrower?
Yeah.
And they've been around since the 80s?
The late 80s, yes.
Okay.
They even
Apparently they weren't that popular because, I
well,
was on the music scene in the 80s.
well, it may not have been your genre of choice.
Oh, what's your genre?
Yeah, what is it? Do tell.
Grindcore.
Oh, yeah.
What? What the hell's grindcore?
Well,
Hey.
you'd have to listen to it.
Thank you for the cheer.
I think you should do baby metal.
Baby metal.
Baby metal.
Have you seen the baby metal with Judas Priest?
Have
That's
not.
awesome.
Yeah. So baby metal actually did a song with Rob Halford from Judas Priest. It's like, you know what? You can't go wrong there because they're doing a painkiller.
Love you.
The real question: who has the higher voice, baby metal or Rob Halford?
I don't know. I actually like the chick who does Death Metal Kitchen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, death metal chick. Kitchen is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's probably as up to date as I am with music in today's world. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I run a 80s, yeah,
70s.
throwback radio
You mean
station.
70s throwback radio
Or
station?
60s.
I don't know what you're listening to. Yeah, maybe during the record room. Yeah, record room. They cover from 1940s up until 1970s. So
Well,
Let's go.
you
Listen to
also
disco.
forgot the 70s at 7 as well. So, I mean, yeah.
okay,
Disco.
so 2 hours out of the day may have some 70s music.
Yeah,
in it.
you might as well call it the Fleetwood Mac radio station.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, be careful what you wish for. I can do that.
Oh, I'm aware. So, today is, I forgot what day of the week, Thursday?
Thirsty Thursday.
And
Come on, man.
You know who didn't update the stand-up corner yesterday?
I don't know. Who didn't update the stand-up corner yesterday? I see.
Woohoo!
I haven't actually refreshed that, to tell you the truth. But tell you what.
It hasn't been refreshed, but Turok
Yeah.
just followed my channel. Woohoo!
Hey,
Thank you.
Turok.
Thank you,
Hey.
Turok. He got the cheering emote. Woohoo!
Very cool. Very cool.
By far
But,
the finest
breaking
cheering
news.
emote in game.
I know that we have mentioned this before, and actually, I had other breaking news, so I really didn't pull this one up. So let me get back to that one as well.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Soda Map.
Well, the Soda Map app was
Starlong made a post yesterday for everybody out
Another
there,
one?
and there's
the Soda Map
Oh, yeah.
application.
what they plan to do, what is going to happen. You know what they look forward to doing with Soda Map. So why don't we get that for the folks first, since we have no
Okay.
stand up.
So
You get the map.
phase one.
And then we can get into some other big news.
Phase one of the Soda Map is going to be relocating the server hosting to a faster physical server with a better internet connection instead of one all the way out in Europe. Optimization, they're going to examine the data and code structure and execute optimizations. They're going to try and make it work with Linux. And then they're going to be working on getting the missing maps created, because you know what? The last 6 months, there hasn't been a whole lot of updates to Soda Map. And then the community, they're going to restart community submissions of maps and customization of maps, aka the player-owned towns. And then feature additions, house data automation. Right now, house ownership's data has to be entered by hand. They plan to automate that with the option to opt out. Gameplay, they're going to include quest locations, NPCs, objects, exit locations. Does that mean that they're going to also integrate all the ore nodes? Because that was one of the most useful features.
This is why we are reading this. We've already got a couple pages of discussion, and the commentary is flying. Let's finish off the bullet points real quick.
Then we also had some of those weird things where they, in phase 2, the stores and service locations, difficulty of the scenes, as well as the all-important scene type. Is it a adventurer scene? Is it a solo or party only scene? Is it a PvP scene? Is it a player run town? Is it a player owned town? Or is it a NPC town?
All sorts of great information is going to be. It's already, a lot of it's already in there. And Jacob did a great job getting this map started and getting us all hooked on it. But Julian's got a question, and he says, what happened to Jacob? Is he okay? Absolutely. Jacob is A-okay. We spoke to him just about, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, right before SodaCon. And we knew there was something in the works. One of the very first things I told Jacob when I saw this product was, dude, you got to get this to Portalarium, get it in their hands, and either go to work for them or sell it to them, so and make a couple bucks for the.
What's he gonna do now?
He was already in negotiations with them at that point, and it was just finalized the other day. But the interesting thing
Again,
also,
I'm talking about day one when he's like,
yeah.
Laz, I want you to look at something. And I saw that and I said, dude, what can we do to help? What can we do to promote this? What can we do to get this in everybody's hands? But yes, Jacob has got, of course, just like everybody else, IRL. He's got a real job, and he had to take some time off in order to take care of some things. And while he was doing that, they were negotiating. While I was standing in the office last Friday, I was talking to Dallas, and Dallas is like, dude, the ink's not even dry on the contract. He says, I just got the contract signed, this morning, and we're going. As of Starr's post yesterday, they were still downloading and importing all the data for the map to their servers. And what it is that it's just such a big job for one guy, and many of you out there in the community have offered to help. But one of those things is just like our thing here with NBNN. I would not just hand over the keys to NBNN and let somebody else come on in.
We have the keys.
wait,
and
I
start-
have the
they can
keys.
try.
I have the keys
As-
somewhere.
Okay, so we hand out the keys to just about anybody who
That's
asks.
the rug.
Yeah,
That's
there's the rub. We hand out the keys to anybody that asks.
That's right. And of course, if you want to stream on NBNN, you just contact me and I'll tell you how you can do it. And again, we got all sorts of great stream stuff coming up for you here on NBNN, on the Erie Fund, and just in general. The streamers have been coming together. Back to Soda Map. It just became a daunting task, and
And my green screen's not cooperating with me.
yeah, I think it's the sunlight that's not cooperating.
Well,
You just don't
yeah.
have enough light there.
Well,
Green screen's working
it-
fine. You just
everything's
don't have
on.
enough light in that room.
everything's on
Yeah.
the way it should be, but it doesn't want to work.
So, he's fine, well and good, but it just became a daunting task, and it's just a lot easier for the folks at Port to make decisions on that map. And again, there's a whole story of what Jack didn't read there for you guys. You can go out. And look
Are you
up
referring to
close.
the social part? I mean, that
Well-
you didn't give me the opportunity to get to?
You mean the whole intro that you just jumped over, explaining, how they were getting contributions for mini maps that were supposed to be discoverable, and the whole storyline. You just flew right past that this morning, but that's okay.
We
We'll
covered,
give them a link.
we covered
that they
part
can
of that
go.
yesterday as well.
We'll give
But
them a link that they
I
can
know
go
you
do
have
this
that memory
themselves.
problem.
Yeah, CRS, man. It's contagious when you get CRS, right?
Yes.
Does that mean Core's going to be working on it?
Yes, that is what
That's
Cora
right.
is going to be working on.
That's
and
right. Oh, good
That-
girl. Give
that-
that girl a cookie.
That is what we also
Wait, 2 cookies.
we also discussed that
Okay,
yesterday.
2 cookies.
Now, did you want the snickerdoodle and the chocolate chip, or did you want the peanut butter, the oatmeal raisin, or what cookies did you want?
I don't know. She hits me as a Thin Mints girl. I don't know.
Damn it.
Nah. I figured the chocolate was a hit,
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. So
so a lot of good stuff coming up with that. But of course, now the controversy has started. Yeah, controversy. Yeah. That's when you can't agree on what kind of Hershey bars you want to eat. That's right. But of course, with the inclusion of or nodes, or whether they're going to do it or not. First off, Jacob included them in a lot of the beginner maps to begin with. Another question out there, of course, was, well, if they're not going to do it, can we edit our own? Well, the map is already editable, and you can edit anything you want into the map as long as you were signed up on Jacob White's site. Now, of course, Starr goes on to point out that if anybody was in the middle of editing their maps on Jacob's site, it's probably in your best interest right now just to stop what you're doing and wait for them to import it and get it up and running on the new site, because they're not going to guarantee what gets transferred in the download data dump that they're getting right now. Of course, now Jacob White initially would ask owners to donate a fee so that they can get access to their own maps. And this was just his way of making sure that the owner of the map got the proper permissions and no Joe Schmo off the street came in and started editing like Jack's town, Jack had a town, somebody wanted to edit it.
Towns, yeah.
Yep. He wanted to make sure that the owner of the town had proper privs, and he wasn't just handing that to anyone who came along. Portalarium states that there will be no charge for any usage of the map henceforward, and that's a great thing. And for all those of you who helped and did donate to Jacob, again, I was one of the very first to jump on board and buy that man a steak dinner and go, dude, whatever I can do to help promote this, we'll do it. And again, we announced that when Jacob was a member of the BMC when he first released that map. And, he went on to just do his thing, But again, thank you, Jacob, for all the work you've done on that. And I hope that the port treated you right. And I'm sure you got a non-disclosure that you can't tell us exactly what, but that's all right. I know Jacob, and I'm sure Jacob was happy with what he was offered because he sold it. And
oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a great thing that a community-created resource has been acquired by Portalarium and is being completely integrated and updated in the game. I mean, so that is an awesome thing for everybody.
Now, again, to the editing of the maps, whether you want to edit your own maps or not, you used to have to sign up on his site, and then you would log in, and you can edit anything you wanted. You can put points of interest where you wanted. You can put nodes where you wanted. So when you discovered something, if you found vendors that you liked, you could flag them so you can find them easily on the map. And I'm going to assume that most of that's going to stay in effect. I don't think they're going to play with a lot of that. But people are like, oh, you shouldn't put the nodes on there. That's not fair. And you shouldn't put all this again.
I prefer the entire discussion about the fog of war or fog of obfuscation.
Obfuscation, yes. Fog this, pal.
Well, I kind of like that just because, you know what? It helps with some people's immersion. And as soon as you
breaking my immersion.
And yeah, you're breaking my immersion. You're always breaking my immersion.
Here's an idea. Don't open the map.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's the easy way to do it. I mean, but
and then there was, well, what if I don't want to use it? Well, you know what? You don't hit the map button. You never look at the map, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's not like it automatically pops up.
Plus, a lot of the other options are going to be opt-in, opt-out according to Starr. So we will see what changes they make and what they do. And again, thank you, Jacob, for everything you've done to get this in people's hands, because the guys and gals just have their hands full getting the game out. Making maps was not a top priority, and now we have a really decent map of the world.
Especially as they were actually still working on the overworld map, and so it was actually counterproductive for them to actually go through and create a bunch of comprehensive maps, and then they go back to a scene and change it, and then boom, that it's like now we have to double and triple the amount of work that we did on the maps. So there was a reason and there was a logic for why they didn't have any maps. And as Liz said, that was one of the last things that they were going to work on internally was the maps.
Correct. Now, I got a quick question in chat here from Patches, and I think my answer is correct. How do you get... How do you get patterns from books? You've got to salvage them, is that correct?
That may or may not be in game yet.
I don't think that's in yet. I think you just buy them from the bookseller.
Yeah, but eventually we were supposed to get patterns for books, and I don't know if that's in game yet.
I haven't played with that yet. I'll go look.
You can always go to Janiford, where they do have thousands of books, including a few Easter eggs, and just go to the library there, jack a bunch of books, completely screw your virtue, and then salvage them and see if you get any special covers.
I'm looking right now. Continue.
Yeah. Or you could also go to the Tower of the Shuttered Eye. It's got like 100 books in there.
Yes.
Or the library in Central Britain.
Yes. Right here by y'all's place. Pattern, airy book, agricultural book, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
200 gold each, though. Ouch.
What?
Ouch. Hey,
It's cheaper than recipes.
yeah, you need to buy those and go put them up on a vendor for people that don't know where that is. Go sell them.
Well, everyone knows now. We said it on Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Damn it.
They have to find out where the lot is first.
That's right. Everybody knows now since we said it on Lunch with Laz and Jack.
That doesn't matter that the Gus Ball can be purchased off of Digit in Ardoris.
Hey,
People still don't know where that is.
Quiet.
People don't even know who Digit is, let alone where Ardoris is.
You see? Exactly. Great plan. Sell it on a vendor. But bigger news today, we have a huge update from Dark Starr as well. So lots of news from the Dark Starr. You ready for this?
I don't know, which one you going with?
What's the biggest news that came out today?
Release 47.
Release 47 post-draft feedback has been where Dark Starr wants you to proofread and make suggestions on how to change, not on content. That has been updated, and you can have access to the Google Doc right now if you are so willing to go read it. Yep. That's all we're going to talk about that. Moving on.
That's it.
You guys are cheap.
Now, again...
we have to have something to talk about tomorrow, which means that Laz is going to bring up Soda Map again and be talking about that for an hour and a half.
We'll bring it up every day.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, of course, I can jump you right over to updates page where...
or should we talk about Chris's post for today? Because that thing's also pretty cool.
I hadn't read that, actually.
Oh,
I do have it here.
I think it might give you a little chub.
You think?
A little chub for today.
He's ripping out the combat system and replacing it with something that works?
Yes, he is. Chris's update from his daily blog today. Bam! More optimization work, a payoff for load times. I think I've mentioned that we have one dedicated slave box that is used for nothing but load time testing. It runs a daily test on our dev server where it loads the game, logs in, loads Novia, then loads a map, then loads back to Novia, and logs all the relevant load time information per scene.
Hey, that's botting.
Reported.
Macro. Macroing the load screens.
This is a modest 4-year-old i5 machine with 8 gigs of RAM. Yesterday, Scrambler got in his changes to the AI to allow creation to be deferred, along with a few other optimizations. So here are the 5 worst mapped in yesterday builds along with their times. Number 1, Brittany Alleys.
Number 1.
Loading in at 45.8 seconds.
Gross.
Yes. Island template 0101 loading in at 43 seconds. Or 43.7 seconds. Brittany's... I guess that's Brittany Central. Loading in at 43.3 seconds. Brittany Estates loading at 39.2 seconds. Pax Layer template number 2 loading in at 39.1 seconds.
Unacceptable.
And with the most recent changes to the game,
newest update.
Brittany Alleys loaded in at 19 seconds.
19 seconds down from 45.8 seconds.
Island template number 1 loaded in 22.2 seconds. Central Brittany in 25.3. Brittany's Estates loaded in 19.7. And the Pax Layer Forest template number 2 loaded in 20.7. So that's right. The 5 worst maps in the game had their load times reduced between 18 and 27 seconds. And Chris...
Just those maps, though? Or he just showed you the worst ones?
Those were the 5 worst ones. Because I'm sure if you actually went to load into Owl's Nest, since that's one of the smallest scenes in the game, that wouldn't take very long.
You would think.
Yeah. And so...
Yeah, I want to see something like...
And actually, Chris does say this change does little to help smaller maps, but those are doing better in general and need less love. More data to come shortly, but first I have to take the new coder to lunch. So that means he is taking Core to lunch.
Oh,
Yay,
must
Core!
be nice.
Yay, Core! You get to go to lunch with Chris.
Take him to dinner, too, for God's
Yeah.
sakes.
Which means...
And we'll give him a hell yeah, like he asked for. Hell yeah!
Well,
Good work, Chris.
Do we have any of the hell yeahs to play for him?
No.
Hell yeah!
I don't think they quite sound like that, Clipsy, but...
The Gretchen Wilson one does, and Redneck Woman, thank you.
Wait, hold on.
We don't have that, as you know. We can get that. We just
Fault
don't
is that?
have that.
Fault.
That would be the guy that
There
does
is
the
a
video.
distinct difference, yes. Oh, what do you mean the guy runs the radio? You know exactly where the
I don't know.
soundboard clips go and how to store them. I don't want to hear that.
Wait, does that mean I need to click on the play for I Don't Care Anymore? From the new Hell Yeah album, Undeniable.
Eat me!
Or should I play my theme song? You wouldn't know.
2-year plan.
Oops, I accidentally clicked on it.
2-year plan.
You know what you did.
I don't know what you're talking
All
about.
Jack's fault. That's right.
What you make me did, what you make me did.
Oh God, is he
Bad
singing
boy.
Taylor Swift? Get out of here.
The shocking part is Led Zeppelin knows who Taylor Swift is.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that is amazing.
I
But you know what? There's only one reason why he knows who Taylor Swift is.
Grandkids?
And it's got nothing to do with music.
Gross.
Do tell. Do tell, Laz. Go
Oh,
ahead.
jeez.
Spill the beans.
Laz, you're the one that opened up that.
Cute, young, hot model that you drool over. It's on TV everywhere. You don't give a shit about the music. Come on.
I can't climb that mountain. She's huge.
Oh, believe me, you'd die a happy man.
Out of breath.
Yep.
She's a large lady, man. She's big.
Is she? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
she's
couldn't
tall.
tell you.
Tall.
She's tall. She's not big.
Well,
She's pretty damn tiny.
she's pretty tall.
Yeah, she doesn't have enough wool to cover it.
Just want to know what he make you did.
Well,
That's all I want to know.
Oh man, who's killing horses out there?
I
Man?
don't know. What's going on?
Is
Kids?
that-
Come on.
Piss
is
Rhoda
that
off.
Spec again? Killing Artex?
Oh, Spec killed the unicorn. Okay, that was
Yeah,
it.
Spec likes to kill Artex for some odd reason.
Yeah.
No, Gix likes to stand between Artex and me when I'm trying to kill him.
Coward.
So you're going to blame it
Coward.
on the awesome targeting system in game?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Do we want to talk about the targeting system? You know, I didn't bring that up while I was down there this weekend.
Hey, don't bring that shit up, man.
'Cause I wanted to have a good yeah.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
You know what's awesome? Is
What's
List
awesome?
just sent me a bunch of ABC files for Bolt Thrower.
Cool.
Yes. I love Cenotaph for Victory. I think Zeroed is off of one with the Persian Gulf tank picture on. Forgot the name of the album. Oh yeah. Yep. Good. I know these songs. Can't remember the lyrics to them, but Yes. So, are we ever going to talk about that Release 47 thing, or are we just going to completely...
I don't know. We got a week to talk about it, and I'm loading up the QA while we're talking.
Well, I would start that patching process, but I don't want
I
to start
started
downloading
that an hour ago.
Start downloading at 13 megs a second, and then watch my bandwidth inside of OBS just drop.
I'm ready to hit play, but I don't want to mess what's going on now. So, but yeah, let's get it up on screen. The Release 47 instructions post, and remember,
you mean we were just going to scroll up and down, up and down, up and down, and not let people read any of it at all?
Well, that depends on whether you start at the top and work your way to the bottom like normal people, or whether you start in the middle with something that you don't tell anybody and then jump to the bottom without telling anybody.
Okay, so combat changes are going to be coming in where Starr says to insert combat balance.
Get up there to storyline, will you?
As long as a 30 new artifacts are going to be coming into the game. Oh, wait. So at the top, we do have performance and load time work, world building, story polish and side quests, seed invest and telethon content, and make a difference content. And so most importantly, don't forget that this is a living document that is actively being edited quite frequently. So if you see something on here that's a typo and that gets posted on the forums, it's going to change as soon as Starr updates it. So if you do have that link open, you do need to refresh it frequently. So,
Indeed.
What you can expect to see in Release 47 is going to be, see, that right there should be, without further ado, here's a list of what you can expect to see in Release 46, should be changed to 47. That right there would be a fix for him to make.
That's the copy-paste, yeah.
Yep, that's the copy and paste. So story, they are going to work on adding side quests and polishes to the paths of truth, love, and courage, including the continued addition of unique virtue-themed rewards for those requests. Additionally, they will be doing polish work focused specifically on the starting scenes. Finally, some adventure scenes in various regions of Novia will be rebuilt from scratch, including Blackblade Foothills, North Midmere Way, and North Quellway. Quest reset.
People have been waiting for this.
People have been waiting for this because they want to reacquire that 100,000 XP for completing each of the sections, including the final section, which after 187 deaths,
killed by a dragon 357 times.
After 187 deaths, we'll have killed that entire XP pool, and you will be back down to 0 for that bonus XP at the end.
Long before you can finish the quest.
Dude, you didn't see it. That 187 is probably being very, very generous. To the and understating the number of times I actually died during that final section.
God.
Okay, so quest reset. Players will be able to reset their quest state of their character, which will delete all associated main story quest items and quest rewards. So
you get your experience back then?
No, you get
to take the experience too, Zap. Just your experience. They're going to take that away and start you from scratch.
Yes. So if you look at your inventory and you have any gold items in your inventory, all of those items would be deleted.
What?
Thankfully.
What? I don't want that part
reset. All that crap floating around in my backpack.
I don't want that part reset.
Well, you could right click on it and destroy the selected item anyways.
What if I hide it somewhere?
There's a button for that.
Yeah.
There is.
Just
what are you laughing at?
Then after that, this also resets the virtues to a near neutral state with some residual karma from your past deeds. So all of your thieving of deco in-game will not be completely erased, but a substantial portion of it will disappear. So all those black shrouds will become... it will become the color of my shroud.
I was going to say, is that my easy path to the gray shroud now? Just reset and be done with it?
You know what? Right there. See, the only problem is you have to remember that shroud is a gold item, so that would actually be deleted. So you too can have a gray shroud just like Jack, unlike Laz. Because I min-maxed the getting to know the NPCs.
Hey, I can just as easily go steal a couple things and drop those points.
don't
change that pristine white one. Yes, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Poor thief.
This stole my idea.
Don't know what you're talking about. Saw it here first.
Bastard.
The path of the Oracle has been polished some. The final script has been revised and rewritten to be clearer about the Oracle's purpose, her relationship with Arabella, and how the dire prophecy plays into the Avatar's future. The beings in the Avatar meet in the Confluence Chamber have more detail to share now as well, including the little kid. The Path of Courage is also being polished. The Kobold Expeditionary Camp is significantly more challenging for invading groups. For individual avatars on the associated quest, the scene has not been changed, though the more peaceful path of resolving the crisis is now working as intended. And not only that, but the Kobold Expeditionary Camp, Chris did have a comment about that at SodaCon.
I did not hear that.
No. Okay, so I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna be fixed.
Yeah, it's on the tape. Yeah.
Out in Highvale Outskirts polish, we spent a good amount of time polishing Highvale Outskirts so players following the Path of Courage would have a very guided experience that was well placed and free of bugs. Here are a few examples of the changes they made. There is now a trainer that teaches players about the utility bar. All characters in the scene now have names? Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Why do they have names? Force people to talk. I tell people it's like in order to get their name.
They now have names.
Oh,
how many times have you gone to an NPC and said, "I have no name to tell you right now"?
I don't have a name yet.
Names.
I don't have a name yet. Yeah,
say they changed the visibility of learning names.
Okay.
Now all have names.
They're finally naming the NPCs, and they're all going to be named List Rostov.
So that means that your quest for the Gray Shroud would have been easier had they had names that you could find. You know?
Well, you know what? Just me going up to an NPC and asking for their name, even if they don't have a name, I think also contributed to my neutral.
Triggered it. I'm sure.
I'm sure it did. Yeah. The Ghostly Echoes have points of interest markers when players are within 50 meters. There's also a pop-up message giving a hint as to location. Esmeralda now tells the player that there are 4 ghostly echoes. At least that's what local spirits told her. Also reflected in the quest journal. Marissa, crafting trainer in the monastery, now has a gathering quest. The keyword rumors always displays on guard dialogues to provide info about potential questing opportunities. So as a matter of good policy, whenever you're talking to any and all NPCs, ask them about the rumors. And that way you can learn about Laz's requirement of the blue pill.
Buy, sell, bank, guards.
Rumors.
Yeah,
rumors.
Hey, that was a good album. Rumors.
Dude.
That's going to be on the All Fleetwood Mac channel coming up very soon.
Known as WRFB.
That was
How's that for a tie-in?
Absolutely.
Obvious.
And then after that, we do have, they have honed the dialogues of Esmeralda and Captain Burness to better indicate quest progression. The battle
like how I'm stuck and they say I'm not stuck, but I'm stuck? Okay.
But you're not stuck.
Hey, I still have to find one of the pages of the dire prophecy that I've already completed, so. The Battle of Solace Bridge polish. Wait, hold on. Big conversation with Starr while at SodaCon. If you see a bug, report it.
Yeah.
If you see a bug, report it.
Whether you think it's a bug or not, report it.
Typing all day. I'd be typing all day, man.
That's right. We wouldn't be playing no game. That's for sure.
Exactly.
And that is because as soon as some people in the office make changes, it doesn't go to QA first. It gets published to the server first. And then from there, fine. We get access to it. So if you see a problem, don't assume that they know about it. Report it. Go to those bug do /bug in game and put it in the appropriate forum, and write down exactly what you did in order to get to it, and report it.
/bug is a bug.
/bug.
My target doesn't target what I targeted. Okay, that's gonna be an everyday bug from now on.
Absolutely. And let's see, Blood River was also polished. They have now put a set of barricades at the end of the bridge to where you cannot get through the damn thing, but there is some torches and other things to follow to get to the boat.
Lineators. All right.
Now, as far as the Battle of Solace Bridge, the Blood River Massacre, and the Battle of Highvale, there's still a huge problem.
What's that?
Okay, you exit the scene, and then you go right back into it, and it's now green and free of everything that you just walked out of.
/bug it? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you've left the battle, and now you're entering and returning after the battle, because it's no longer named the Battle of when you go back in. When you go back in, you're just entering Soulless Bridge. You don't enter back
hold on.
battle.
While you were here, I should have taken you down to Bastrop, where a few years ago was a massive forest fire that completely decimated parts of it, and we can go see all the burned out trees.
I can just drive down I-4 and see that. Come on, man. Like we don't have wildfires here in Florida.
It rains too much, man.
I mean, have you not seen a major, interstate get shut down several times because of wildfires? Probably not.
No, I haven't.
Because it's all grassland out there.
They don't have trees there. They don't have trees.
You've been here. You've seen the trees.
Texas is big and flat.
No trees, no hills, nothing.
I live in the hill country, man. Hill country.
Yeah. Lots of trees.
Yeah.
Above sea level.
You guys are screwed if you ever have wildfires.
Well, a few years ago, I mean, that thing did decimate an entire, a random pine forest. Yep.
But anyway, moving right along. When you leave the battle of any of those, when you re-enter, you're not returning into the battle. You've left the battle, you've won or lost. So then what's the problem?
The problem is continuity.
You're just being difficult.
No, it's continuity. It is a continuity problem because the implication is that several years have passed.
It's breaking my immersion, man. It's breaking my
or
immersion.
some sort of massive amount of time has passed for the entire area to be regenerated and still be falling apart.
It's magic, man.
But
It's magic.
you have to remember that in some of them, you have to find a kid and then turn it into a different town. And wait a second.
What is it? In Blood River, you find
it's a continuity problem.
An artifact from Soulless Bridge, and from Soulless Bridge, you find an artifact from.
No, I'm talking about the NPCs that you're supposed to talk to, and then you go to the other starting scene and you talk to someone else.
But if you were in the battle of Blood River, why do you find the Soulless Bridge artifact?
It is a continuity problem, but still.
Lunar Rifts.
That doesn't make sense either.
It's like a constipation problem.
Makes sense when he wants to travel from point A to point B like that, but it don't make sense to tell storyline. How did you get here in the first place? Lunar Rift. Rip your whole time-space continuum apart, and you... Oh, sorry.
It's magic.
No, continuity problem because you have...
It's constipation.
What the hell is that NPC that kept on getting summoned on the lot that turned our shrouds black? Charlotte? You remember her, right?
Charlotte. Little Charlotte.
Okay. When you go to Soul Town, who are you looking... Who is one of the NPCs you're supposed to talk to?
Her mommy.
Her mommy. Okay, so... You know what?
See, I know my story.
That is something where it's like... It is a continuity problem because when you go back into the scene, no time has passed, yet the scene is still the same. All the other scenes, adventure scenes, are the same whenever you enter and exit them. But the Battle of Solace Bridge, which they could try to construe as some sort of massive flashback that happened like a couple of years before or something like that. But the continuity problem is Charlotte.
So would you
And some of
like
the
a
other
separate
NPCs.
scene that you just never see again then? So when you come back in, you see just a smoldering, burnt out.
You know what? I want to redo the entire new user experience, and we've actually talked about that
Now, I want to
multiple
redo
times.
the whole entire combat system, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. But if you look at that time, it's time to talk about that NBN app, which is available on
Is
all of
it
your
that
electrical
time already?
devices, including
Tell you what,
from
having too much fun, and man, I was just getting started.
the Google Play Store, the
Coffee.
Amazon App Store, or the Apple iTunes Store. That's right. The NBN app. It's all the best links to everything and anything related to Shroud of the Avatar,
Shroud,
including my Twitch channel, or in my YouTube channel, and Laz's Twitch channel, and Laz's YouTube channel. And not just that, the Daily Britannian, other people's YouTube channels, other people's
help videos,
all
sorts of
kinds
great
of stuff.
Podcasts, listen to the radio, shop on Shroud Marketplace. Come into Discord, and all you gotta do is push a couple buttons. Makes life easier to find Discord channels. You ain't gotta go searching for them. All sorts of great stuff. And of course, if you've got an idea, you got something that you believe should be in there, you can just contact me at info@nbnn.info, or you can go app@nbnn.info and let me know you want in.
Yep.
But today's calendar brought to you by Vistaprint.
And don't forget that NBN Community Calendar is a work of love for that guy over there. And he has gone through and found all of the available community.
All your events are lovingly placed onto the calendar.
And if you have a community event,
It's not my fault if the event that's on the calendar doesn't take place. All I do is publish them. I do not make them.
You know what? If you have an event or you want your calendar added to this calendar, you need to email news@nbnn.info, and that guy will eventually do something with it. Then all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia Time. Don't forget, you can send your nudes to nudes@nbnn.info.
We need to work on that calendar, and we need submissions.
Lacking submissions, so you may just get to see pictures of Jack's 8-inch.
What?
see, we piqued someone's interest. Solazar's like,
what? All 5,000 calendars sold right there.
Right there.
Give me the link. Give me the link.
Yes.
Take my money.
And it's like, Solazar wants to know what's under my kilt.
8-inch cock, man.
That's right.
This record of the band.
Lots of people saw that 8-inch cock. People were tugging on it. They were massaging it.
I know
were
they're squeezing it. I mean, pulling on it a little bit. It's like
rolling around on the floorboard, man. It's dirty.
Moving right along.
Then they found out his name was Bob. Battery operated buddy.
Wait, what is my cock's name?
Battery operated buddy.
I can't remember.
What's that, Pete?
No, I didn't ask Lord British to sign my cock, although I should have.
You should have.
Yeah, don't forget 12s and 6s around the clock. You need to tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
And listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to, on a little show called Lunch with us. At 7 p.m. this afternoon, you need to join the Phoenix Republic. Days in Phoenix Fire and Malhari for Phoenix Republic PvE nights. At 7 p.m., Ether Amplifier, Radio Free Britannia. Are you ready to have your ear holes massaged by none other than Nurse Justin?
Oh, nurse.
Ooh, play nursey for me.
That's right. Unmedicated Schizophrenia Part 2.
massaging those ear holes after a wonderful set by Dr.
Eclipse Maiden.
DJ
I mean, she
Eclipse
probed
Maiden
them
last
hard.
night. Oh,
and
yes.
Put them away wet, and it's now time for the nurse to come in.
Had a
and
great time at happy hour. Got
and
to
rehab
spend
those
some of
ears.
Sparhawk's gold. It was a great time last night.
In game, there's the Scared Pink costume ball out in the town of Paxlayer, which is going to be supporting the Think Pink campaign. And don't forget, if you make a donation on airyfund.org of $25 or more, this guy gets to give you the cloak in game.
That guy, yeah.
This guy. Yeah, no one else. This guy. So go to the town of Paxlayer tonight. Is go to the island, the Keep Island at the end of the docks, and support the Think Pink. And make sure and wear your best costume. Remember, the pinker it is, the better chance of winning it is. The final event of the evening is going to be on WRFB.
WRFB.
And that is the Record Room. And that's our
The
community
Record Room.
calendar for this Torta Thursday in Shroud of the Avatar.
Torta and Tequila Thursday. Yes, Shroud of the Avatar. That's right. Don't be an avatar. And of course, live the golden rule while you're here. Hashtag the bad boys and girls. Don't be a dick. Because
Or
if
do.
you are a dick, yeah. Well, some of y'all like that, yeah. Not this guy, sorry.
Don't be a dick.
Smell it.
But yes,
I'm staring at Valor's
I love
post.
this community.
I'm staring into his eyes, and I'm seeing the universe.
Yeah, you just like how he's swinging it there for you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But what if I want to lick the pole, Jack?
I want to lick the pool. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tongue's gonna get stuck.
It's a great way to get some seafood and some extra crabs in your diet.
Oh man.
Alrighty. Anyway, moving right along.
Surely.
Of course, we didn't get to thank all the sponsors and everything yesterday because we were running behind. But of course, don't forget you're listening and watching Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN, listening on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And we do appreciate it. If you want to show a little support for us, you can toss some coins or some donations over on Jack's channel. That's twitch.tv/Cynicist, or you can just do it right on the NBNN channel, twitch.tv/NBNN News. You can support us on Patreon by going out to patreon.com/NBNN and becoming a monthly supporter. You know, all sorts of good swag and rewards are available out there for you. Everything from just a hearty thank you to Discord titles to physical goodies and more. Of course, Think Pink is in full swing this month, and thank everybody out there who's gotten on board, raising money, bringing awareness for this cause. And of course, again, lots of goodies supporting Think Pink and the Airy Fund's breast cancer community cause. Thank you. Brain fart squirrel. Not only is it a win for you, but it's a win for us. It's a win for everybody. Don't forget your donations are tax deductible. You get some great swag and you support a great cause, doing good deeds through gaming. So don't forget to get out there and get your swag. Of course, coil more wands. Putting the magic wood in your hands, just like mine. Coil more wands.
You've got the real coil more.
I've got the real coil more wand right here in my hand. That's
You see
right.
how that thing is coiled up?
It's the next best thing to the actual real one, but we won't go there. Well, we just did anyway. Check out Arius Coilmore in-game if you want custom wands or staves made. He makes them custom ordered to your specification. Scrota's music. It's Scrota. It's music. And it's a service, and we'll tell you more in just a minute. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come on down to Market Road over in Black Rock Cove. Black Rock Cove, conveniently located in the Quell region, right next to the town of Exeter and the Exeter Mines, and just a boat ride from the Elysium Mines for those who have a mining addiction. And of course, don't forget, if you're an addicted miner, we can help you over at the Britannian Mining Company. RelicsMyRill.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. You're looking for t-shirts, you're looking for hats, you're looking for patches, you're looking for the elusive NBNN I Love This Shit bumper sticker. Head on out to RelicsMyRill.com to get yours. And if you want to save a little money, when you check out, use the promo code NBNN, and you'll save 10% when you check out at RelicsMyRill.com. And WRFB on-air radio, bringing you the latest and greatest news and events, happenings, parties, all sorts of great shows. We got Arius Coilmore Mondays with the GMC Top 20, the Divas every Wednesday and Thursday with unmedicated schizophrenia. We got Sarah and Andar. They were having a good time on last night doing your late night Wednesday overnight.
Omen Crow.
Wake up every Saturday with Wolftum and Celine, and Omen Crow covering your overnight with the grind music that you need to get your grind on late night Friday and Saturday on the weekends. And of course, lunch with Laz and Jack, keeping you abreast of all the latest news and gossip right here inside Shrouded Avatar. And of course, last but not least, ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs here inside Shrouded Avatar.
That's right.
And Jack can tell you all about it.
Shroud Marketplace, the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. From accounts to game gold, Crowns of the Obsidian. Sometimes there's store credit that shows up, to decorations, to housing, merchandise, pets. Omen Crow. Pets. Any tameable animal, he's got one out there for you. All the way to artifacts and rares. The services. Anything into everything can be found from one of the 75
resources, pets.
You know what that Baron
vendors.
benefactor bed or that Baron founder bed? Who would have put that up for sale on Shroud Marketplace?
Virtue suits.
Yeah. Anything
Peloton
and everything.
Rewards. Name it.
Every single one of the 75 different vendors is responsible for setting and maintaining their own price and maintaining their own inventory. And if you want to start selling your stuff on Shroud Marketplace, just register for an account and then click on vendor registration and start listing your items. It's a simple process. To add products, it's like vendor products and then create new product. And hey, put a little description, a little screenshot, and boom, your price. Just like my tax-free village deed. It's up there. It's anywhere. You can go buy that on ShroudMarketplace.com. If you're looking for teleports and recall scrolls, you know what? You go to the crafting and you go to consumables, and you go find that guy that's got them up there for $4.99. Especially the one with my face. Yeah, that's right. You can get them from
ones in weddings and more.
Those
you can plan your wedding and your nuptials while you're buying in my store.
Whereas mine are guaranteed not to fizzle.
Hey, well, you better talk to Mom about the product quality there, because you're dissing Mom on that. You really got some explaining to do there, buddy.
You know what? It must not be the reagents you're using. It must be the wood pulp. It must be inferior paper.
Exactly.
Inferior paper being used by that guy over there.
You mean all the paper I steal from you?
I don't know what you're talking about. But anything from, if you're looking for in-game services, you can find some leveling services. You can find some Scrota to follow you around for an hour and do
anything you want.
And if you have an in-game...
you need that lead in.
Actually, you don't. If you need some cheese sign writing, we've got that. If you're looking for some design,
you can hire a Scroter to follow you around for an hour.
Yeah.
Anything you to do, and you need that carryout. Sorry.
You know what? Just for
Fight
that.
me.
Just for that. Anything and everything. Shroudmarketplace.com.
That's right.
It's time to talk about the most important people around here. Do you know who those guys
Isn't
are?
that time?
It's everybody that's hanging out with us in Discord.
That's right.
Thank you guys.
Joining us in Discord, all you guys watching out there on Twitch TV,
And YouTube,
and of course,
or listening.
everybody listening out there in WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Thank you all for joining us today.
Hey,
And of course, we will be back tomorrow with the weekend roundup and the calendar of weekend events. Don't forget, we got a big telethon coming up this weekend, and we will tell you more about that tomorrow. Of course, keep your eyes out because the Airy Fund is on fire, bringing you all the latest community causes to support the things that you care about right here inside Shrouded Avatar. But till then, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
The Goblin Hooker wants you to know that his wands are sticky, so they'll never fall out of your sting.
Sticky. We're clear.
Mama.